He is clearly a rich man of the rich and enemies, but now he takes a bath. The excuse smeared the whole body with a powerful ecstasy. Human activities to achieve the purpose of theft. But not only have I not been fainted, and the Hong Kong foot facing the gold is even more like a lick. Beasts generally knocked him down to commit the scourge of human gods. The culprit in this dramatic scene is actually the owner of the pharmacy, causing the rich family to lose a lot of blood in order not to become someone else's meal. Capital can only force poor people to become his best friends, but all this is to me. It's a bit too dreamy. Just a few days ago I was frugal. The goddess Lu Ruyan, who has been licking for 3 years, is good with other men downstairs in my house. Fierce movement on the previous side. I'm still boasting that men's skills are better than mine. I found that my rival was not ashamed, and I deliberately revealed a cool discomfort. Show me what it looks like, because Lu Ruyu finally hugged the rich second generation. I was so angry that I just wanted to go to the best. When my phone suddenly rang, my heart was directly cool. It's the father and cousin's critically ill phone number. Men and women continue to green when I get to the hospital, but learn they are because of tours. The drama caused a sudden coma, and even the doctor was helpless. After investigating the reason, I decided to go to the game to find the answer and just put on VR. I was sent to the virtual called Glory Canyon in 1 second under the helmet. 21. In the real game, there is a group of men. Fortunately, I have 22. It's quite smooth and even fortunate to upgrade the talent of the game. 23. The rare spiritual stone broke out of luck. 24. A thunder turned me into a flash man, ready to snatch me to practice spirit. The stone turned out to be the hateful dog man and woman because they just entered the game. Knowing that his strength is far from enough to throw his hand, he threw out a stinky skin. The egg fled at the speed of the smelly smoke. Being careful of my liver is another powerful sneak attack that directly made me. Lying on the ground helplessly and finally under the yellow hair attack. Knife died with hatred, but found my face when I opened my eyes again. There were 2 more beauties before, and there was a 9-tailed fox to me. Steel. It's not easy to talk through the awkward chat and add the stranger in the mirror. I realized that I even crossed the game and wore it. The more NPC Merchant Emperor Xin is to verify that all this is true to me. He also specifically told Zhao Jun to use his tongue to solve my fatigue. It's not good to see that the king has been so elegant. The third sister and I came to a Mandarin duck bath to celebrate the reincarnation of the king. Seeing the old woman, Dazi, although she used endless years to guard the emperor's tomb for me, but still charm, I gladly agreed until the clothes were taken off. I'm sorry for the moment, but it only happened when I walked into the bath. Something is wrong. It turns out that the pond meat forest really exists here. But it can relieve fatigue. Speed up practicing me. What are we waiting for us to hurry up and practice? The sound spread throughout the Royal World War that lasted for 3 days and 3 nights. Happy Host successfully activated the hidden professional emperor, Shi, to practice the secret wine pool. The meat forest and the Tyrannosaurus came when I just wore my clothes. The Shun Gongbao, the bad news of a Zippo, has come to the emperor's temple. I said that my sister would come out immediately because of the dangerous position. I suggest hiding me in the jewelry on her chest first, so I can. Secretly will be here soon after this Shingong Bao we will come to declare politics. At a glance at the door of the temple, I saw that Shun Gong Bao had sat on the throne privately. If you didn't say anything about Daji, you should come forward to discuss it. Soldier, dare to stop, and Dazi is just looking at him for a moment. The breath has flown it upside down. The stoppage means that Shun Gong Bao has taken over the game operation and listened calmly. It's not too late for me to finish talking until I hear the story of Shun Gong Bao. Only then did I understand that this game of Glory Canyon is primitive deity, developed with Jiangxia to select from reality can fly up. If the talents in the fairy world are still the initial setting mechanism, even the players. Death in the game can be resurrected as long as the golden dollar does not die. Live without any harm to the body, but plotting to pass the Godmaster. After sealing the ginger teeth, all this has changed. Demon. Placed in the game as NPC secretly sucking human elites, so that players like my father will fall into faint in reality. It takes at least 1,000 years for the fascinating dynasty to remain closed. We'll wake up, so as long as they use good time to absorb enough people. Sperm-like elements can break through the shackles, and the purpose of applying for a male leopard to the emperor's tomb this time. It is to explore whether the king has been reborn because of the spirit of the emperor. Yuan is enough to raise the realm of Tongshanism, but listen to the Z. Wang did not regenerate Shungong Bao, nor did he delve into it, just promised to help him find the reincarnation of Emperor Xian. The three sisters of the Ji rescued the emperor's tomb and turned away on the grounds of peeing. I opened a declaration and heard me here too? Understand if you don't try to stop Shungong. Leopard's wanton behavior is afraid that not only will the father have an accident, but even the real world. The world will be destroyed, and I am so ambitious to see the king. Busy to pull out a jade seal from the panties. Someone's blood can be opened, so my evil thoughts will be scattered. A dazzling golden light, followed by a rusty little iron. When the sword appeared in front of me, I revealed that it seemed to have eaten a few. Jean Stuhl's classic expression, according to Xiao Qiao. This sword is called Dragon Slaughter Sword only. A sword can break 1,000,000 troops, but the current sword situation obviously needs a lot. Rare materials can activate the rumors that I am not in a hurry to activate the sword. I am still a rookie trying to escalate. Is King consciousness. When Deji, who I was about to leave, I stepped forward and hugged me constantly. She then vowed that she would also diligently practice for an early breakthrough realm so that I can go out and serve me and then accompany me for a while. In the blink of an eye, the Jade Seal sent me back to Novice Village. I met a lot of players rushing towards me. Fortunately, their goal was not. It's me who just robbed the boss, just refreshed. Luna. The fiercest leader can see her from her face value and equipment. Certainly, the Krypton player of a large family cannot fight against everyone. The powerful deep tree spirit killed by Luna just gently changed the crowd in 1 second. The vines that people cannot compete are cut off, but she accidentally ignored. 2 vines that have been hidden underground will be when they rush out of the ground. Luna and I were entangled in an instant and then tightly tied and hung in the air. And at this time Luna still wants to struggle to get my eagle away. Control, but at the next moment, a fruit will hit us. The solution in the explosion sound is connected to all my tops. The ministry destroyed the appearance of Hugua, the appearance of Luna, hurried to see me in front of her chest. Go with. It's very white. It's not wrong to come back to this chain, but it's a good thing. Come see my performance and say I need to bite the necklace every time. The heart of the phoenix, which can only be activated for a long time, is instant in my mouth. In the meantime, I was urged to kill the monster in seconds, so I also successfully upgraded to 3 levels. Compared to Luna's shock, her ex-girlfriend, and yellow hair hidden in the corner. I questioned them why they didn't understand why I was so forced. It will become so strong. But Luna quickly discovered that the clue did not expect me. Just now the heart of Phoenix, which was urged by her mouth, came to me instantly. I made an amazing move. Before that is to search me with my mouth. The secret can be disturbed for a long time before I found out that there is nothing in my mouth. They were even busy again. Get up and say not far away is about to be held. The auction will go home with him to change clothes. Then he will buy me some treasures. The thing, as a thank you, Luna on the surface, is to repay the actual life-saving grace. But there was a big conspiracy waiting for me. When I arrived at Luna's simple and ruthless home, I was also 10 points excited. Enjoying the fun of the chable, Luna said with a smile, to go to the bath and come to the bathroom. The good purple potion painted the whole body all over, and then tempted. I put on a looming bathrobe and came to my room soon. I can only say that the chicken is too beautiful. Luna was just about to lift her thighs, and I was already. Can't control myself. Rushing forward to Hong Kong's feet is a wild cut, and seeing me not only dizzy. Luna was rushing to her, without eating enough to realize. The discomfort of things comes from the strange feeling that came out of his body. When I bought the medicine, the boss mistakenly regarded the aphrodisiac as an ecstasy. The drug effect has been attacked, and neither of them can be spared. The war lasted 2.5 days before it stopped. Not only did I not put my secret, she was detected and Luna was put in by herself. The more I think about it, I can only force me to join the family to make her a cow horse. Familiar reading is rare, otherwise my crime tool will be confiscated due to Luna's body. She was unable to go to the auction, she said, before the injury was too serious. Follow. Throw me a black gold card to buy what I like. As soon as I asked for a rolling screen, I came to the door of the Manhwa building at the auction. When I was about to enter the venue, I was stopped by dogs and men who gave me some green life. It is said that the minimum entry threshold here needs 1 million if you could take it. When I paid this money, I went to eat stool and never wanted to be beaten by the speed of light in the next second. It turned out for me that it was a black gold card to know the minimum amount of this card. Dudu got 100 million famous ex-girlfriend who naturally didn't believe it and immediately found security. The staff asked to check the authenticity of this card on site. I didn't expect this card to be more than true. He also brought me into the VIP channel to look at themselves because they are just ordinary. The standard of the gold card can only be eaten in line with the public. The warm and delicious meal swears that the yellow hair is so angry. Be sure to take this bad breath and announce the auction with the boss of Manhwa building. The first auction item will be officially started. The price of 100,000% of the starting price of ice and jade has skyrocketed to 1700,000. Mao's 200,000 shouting out of the scene once fell into silence, but my life was 400,000. I just broke the calm and didn't know that all this is actually yellow hair. I saw it because my black gold card must have been stolen in his eyes. If the lost owner finds that the card has a large consumption, it will definitely not let go of the thief. I didn't shoot the next lot because there were so many things in it. It's a little bit like a vibrating microphone that loves shit. Do not. The scrolls taken are all there until the fire. The dance exalted the last auction item, golden gown, one attack and defense. The best equipment attracted many players for a while. Grabbing yellow hair is even more important to bid for 500,000. I expected to shout out that 1 million shocked the audience again. Many players who were shocked by their teeth appeared abnormally. Excitement is bound to try to hug my thigh, and his thoughts happened to happen. I just walked backstage and just wore it when I was in love with my ex-girlfriend when I got on the battle robe. Lu Rue Smoky News came to the door and wanted to use the beauty. The plan seduced me to eat back. A large number of fights have made me so interested in fiery dance. So big. Fong came to me and leaned over to reveal a large snow peak asking me to be late. Can I have time to take classes? Lu Ruian heard this and wanted to speak out. Unexpectedly, he was kicked by fire dance. At this time, BGM sounded the Emperor's yellow hair. Seeing him again and seeing him with a police officer will let me take out the black gold. What Ka did not expect from the investigation was that the head of the black gold card was really me. It turned out that Luna had already transferred the card to me when she lent me the card. Huang Mao was completely angry about it. Since playing in is not good, I will do it directly. You are so fierce that it happened to give me a chance to test the strength of the shirt, but I have been beaten by a flamingo before I had time to shoot. If Faye dares to be B again, I will give you a gorgeous set of even helpless moves. Below, Huang Mao can only admit to leaving thousands of words. We are the lonely men and widows, which makes the fire dance more wanton with my double chin. I will be taught that I was tired the day before yesterday. I was half dead and had to refuse to form a team on the grounds that my sister was married. I thought I was angry with the hot dance and caught me to see what you take. Why don't you resist me saying that after the charm is fully opened, the technology will be filled directly? I checked it out, and the fire dance also learned that I could. News that could hide treasures, I never thought, but smelled a trace in my mouth. The familiar smell was then he squatted down halfway on the surface to show off. My own technology relieves me from fatigue, but my heart is to verify myself. The results of my guess are not available, as expected, but just during the course. Feeling the smell of his sister, I shouted out and handed over the wine in advance. The soft voice of Fire Dance taught me that it was a rave dance. Handed me another mobile phone to indicate that he has his contact information here. If you need it in the future, you can contact one-on-one tutoring at any time. The game world is also using mobile phone communication for a while. Some ignorant circles saw me deflated but laughed at the moment. Rushed again and wanted to give me another lesson, until the two popped up instantly and saw my body protection magic fire dance. Recognizing that this is the Emperor's Jade Seal, he confirmed me 100%. It was the reincarnation of Emperor Wang Xin who told him that he was anxious. Such a treasure if you don't put it in the storage world, you will be recruited. You must protect yourself when you go out. Then I knew the original. The sister who came to the fire dance is the Joey Foxta. Immediately put down her precautions and let her look through the auction house. The whereabouts of father and brother are just about to leave a fire dance. The guy called Enlightenment appeared at the door and saw him as soon as he met. I knelt in front of the fire dance and started to confess wildly. It was a fire dancing face that turned out to spit directly into the Enlightenment. In the mouth of the energy can not only be angry, but also taste it carefully. It seems a bit salty to come here and ask about the fire dance recently. Is not it? Where is the fire lying trough? Obviously, it's all my good children. However, when I first walked out of the room, I didn't know how to follow, which scared me. It's not that this kid already knew he was secretly guilty. What did you just eat? But this kid is in front of me in the next 1 second. Crying in the face, I have to worship me as a teacher to teach him how to capture fire dance. The heart of me, and I didn't want to answer it, but I heard that Weneng is the Tiangang Chamber of Commerce. The director's brain suddenly flashed, saying that although he was not bad, if you still have to prepare for the minimum meeting of the teacher, the box magic weapon appeared in front of you. Obviously, the enlightenment is to take it out. I took out my hands just to prove my sincerity and let me teach him as soon as possible. Pick up password? Then I took out a book called Fox Demon 48. Books and enlightenment can certainly not think of this Huang book he has never seen. It's really the beautiful moments I recorded during class. After a long time, in order to upgrade as soon as possible, I came to the forest of the spirit tree. My potion and sparkles cooperate with each other and kill all the wolves in a flash of time. The demon gained a lot of experience and directly raised the rank to the 20th basis system. All the tips are that I am still an unemployed person. All skills are at level 4. The cap can only continue to break through after the transfer is successful. However, when I come, there was an accident when I transferred to the lobby. I only saw me coming to the front desk to express myself. I have reached the 20th level and want to change to become a soldier, but the result shows. The transfer failed or even changed to any, and the career system still prompts. If I fail to think about it, it is probably because of my identity as king. Immediately after I made it, I took out the Jade Seal's mind and passed it in 1 second. I sent it back to the king's mausoleum when my appearance became king. I have plunged into my arms and listened. Dajo described this and learned that he could not change his job because of the blood of the emperor with the king must take 7 tricks to make a breakthrough. And the fruit only needs to be cured for 3 days to complete the Zhao Jun at this time. How much jealous with Xiao Qiao in order to make me do rain and do this time. Zhan deliberately made an exclusive artifact for me. Guided by a dream method after walking through the door. Appear. In front of me, this is a bed that all men cannot resist. Can make love spread more powerfully, and even make the little brother become. The perpetual motive is only the bed, but the sacred of thousands of male beasts. Bao Chung became a variety of professions as the three women laid down in sequence. After the modeling, I swiped it and looked at my king and waited for a hammer. Come and practice together. According to what Da has said, this multi-correction method is actually her. The three sisters together customized for me to help me quench the human body. Jiuji makes it easier for me to absorb the sunshine of the world. Super double or even practiced into a fairy, it's pediatrics. Xiao Xian hasn't waited for me to react. Xiao Qiao has taken the lead to block it with his mouth. My mouth. Dazhou and Zhao Jun are not willing to fall behind and plan to give me a 3. I felt the same when they threw me on the bed. When a kidney source appeared in the bed, a crazy influx of me. The body immediately started work with Xiao Jun to help me quench. Drainage tips and chrysanthemum tips, and Xiao Qiao turned out to be one. The ass shone on my handsome and scumbag face. The sound rang throughout the wilderness until a yellow road after a whole day. The extreme light emerges at this time. The system prompts a congratulations. The wine pond meat forest is elevated to the refining speed within 72 hours of intermediate level. Today's quenching has finally come to an end. Congratulations to the great king. Listening to the happy congratulations of the concubines made me all. I feel like I'm too strong, but I didn't expect to be accurate. I prepared a special gift, which was specially arranged for me. Bin came to help me quench the eye tricks in the 9 tricks. The little girl next door, who had never seen a man, walked in and was lying in a trough. I can't hold this girl at all. It's a half-brother of the bull demon. My sister is sweet, but also sweet. I was embarrassed when I was refining. I also specifically told her to become king in the future. After that, women will be commensurate with their sisters. Quan Zhuang's purpose is to treasure, so the quenching of the eyes is given to my sister. The sisters were out of the room, and the showdown was not installed. After all, he never. I saw a man with money coming to my side and faded instantly. Everything on the body is accompanied by a strong intersection of 2 headlights straight. The quenching eyes in my head are so forced. The process of quenching started, but it still made the sweet and sweet. Because of her unconscious body, many wonders have emerged. Weirdly feel that the strength of the whole body is gradually melted. Fortunately, she has aura. As the saying goes, the cow will be strong as long as he is whipped. So he immediately turned around. I begged me to use its special hobbies to make me tremble. Even if you can't take care of so much, you will make no difference. The sound of the high whipping time is all my voice, and it is my hand. All. This little cow is still not satisfied, and still shouting that I need to work harder. Just when I was going to give him the whole lesson, the damn phone rang suddenly. It sounded like the boss of Baohua Building found a clue about my cousin. I can only choose to temporarily withdraw from the battlefield and prepare to visit Baiboden. When he left, he gave him a touch of head to kill him. Nuo himself will come back soon and continue to quench his eyeballs. Before the transmission skills of the seal left, he also kindly lost a big eggplant. When he can't help it, he can use it to hold the picture and pass it on. Biboten saw a group of people besieging a salted fish cocoa. When I saw the appearance of salted fish, I was silent for a while. His looks are almost at peace. I'm as cautious as my cousin. I tried to shout out my cousin's name, and his cousin rushed out in 1 second. The crowd hugged the root of my thigh. Haha laughed, but I didn't care so much to ask my cousin and Dad immediately. Why did Dad disappear in the game? What happened at the time? After the two entered the game, they were upgraded to level 20 together and came. When I arrived at the transfer hall, my father successfully transferred, but my cousin was inexplicable. Its wonderful was transmitted to Baiboten and was reincarnated into salted fish by the system. Jing was imprisoned by the boss and 9 headworms here to attract a large number of players to come here to paint the equipment. The surface of the water suddenly burst the figure of the 9-headed worm. It came into everyone's eyes. How dare mortals dare to break into this king's territory and give me all the energy? Yuan otherwise died, but most players are still facing the warning of the 9 headworms. Study how to beat a group without realizing the danger. I see it clearly because through my understanding of this game here, there will be no monsters of the level of 9 headworms. It shows that it is a group with the Shungong bow set by the tampering game. So face the public. The group of people besieged the 9 headworms and just released a lot of pressure. Quantitative players were ruthlessly obliterated, and their sperm was completely killed by the 9-headed insects. After absorbing it, he ordered the younger brothers to catch all the people who are still alive. Slowly enjoy facing the huge number of shrimps and crabs and take me out. Just repel them and then hurriedly turn his head to let the salted fish cousin pretend to attack. Hit me and then escape the fate of my cousin's acting skills. Pretend to attack while not forgetting to warn other soldiers that he is here. Go ahead and grab the rest. On the other side, watching Lu Ryu smoke is almost coming. Can't hold on to the golden desert that Huang Ma immediately bought Krypton gold a few days ago. The eagle pulled out its target and pointed directly at the 9-headed insect. The little brother of the 9-headed worm shot a big hole, and the yellow hair started again. When I was pretending to realize that something was wrong, I hurriedly dragged my cousin, ran far away as expected, due to the huge gap in strength. The yellow-haired attack not only did not kill the 9-headed insects, but also completely angered. In the surge of ideas, he used the long-lost magic security to discern. I am a male and female who turned yellow hair into green tea. Schematically, that the next shrimp soldier and crab will directly capture the green tea student as the head. Fishman Aaron relied on himself to have to immediately do both. The picture is so touching that it scares me and my cousin to cover it quickly. With both eyes, the willow still rubbed by the little monsters on the ground is for life. Hurry to tell me that the salted fish spirit is actually a group with me. It's a pleasure to hear that the 9 headworms are angry and look back at us. Thanks to my protection with a golden gown, this was not killed by seconds. Using secret law to violently use things to use blood 3 times in an instant. After the blood is full, I can't take care of my hidden identity. Yushi is ready to take his cousin to escape from birth. The headworm recognized me as the King Emperor Xian they had been looking for. In an instant, the sealing method was used to destroy my transmission array. I will. It's a powerful and cool heart. I seem to have nothing to do in the next 1 second. However, when I see everything in front of me, I can't hold it anymore. Only half of my cousin is still persuading me to run quickly. Let him be sacrificed in vain. I threw it aside and watched my good friends. I was so persecuted that I was completely angry, and my eyes became red, but I became different. I often calmly and uneasily sacrificed all the fire and hit my brain. When I went out, the 9 headworms just raised their hands at will and fell down. It is expected that the ability to immediately kill the heavenly things will be filled with the gods. All overloaded and hit the result, but only knocked out the 9 headworms. Bloodless. Can only sacrifice the rusty little with a weapon of the previous life. Taijian, this can make 9 headworms laugh and urinate. This is what you want to laugh at me. Can the 9 headworms suddenly move in the next 1 second and eat it raw? A sword that fell from the sky turned out that my last sacrifice equipment was a custom magic weapon, and all previous attacks were just for hemp. The gap between the strengths of the 9-headed worms is too large, even so. More calculations finally only knocked out 1/3 of the blood of the 9 headworms. Quantitatively, it just relieved the repressed horror, hitting me to the bloody face the unmatched 9 headworms, but I still haven't. Instead of giving up, he took a bite of oxygen and then took the person in the body. The blood of the emperor burned at this time though. My blood volume has dropped to a trace. But the super strength and speed have not waited for the 9 headworms to return from the shock. I was cut off by the pig's head in an instant. The monster brothers laughed when they won, and the 9-headed bug. But the body did not fall, but slowly grew a tender heart. The blow, I tried my best, was just to cut off one of his 9 heads. And, as a mortal, I have no ability to make such a strong one. But the nine-headed worm obviously won't let it go. The trick is to kill. Dao Guang is going to kill me on the spot. At first glance and pointing the nine-headed insects directly at the target of the destructive situation. The color light turned into 2 golden dragons and fell straight, and immediately turned 9 heads. The worm killed every second, and I was rewarded for killing the big boss. The demon with 9 head worms still has a lot of experience to soar directly. At the same time, I saw a figure riding a red rabbit. However, it was Guan Yu who appeared in the air that saw his hands closed. Kneeling in front of me, the old minister hoped that the king would forgive sins. I didn't expect to have the opportunity to see the king again in this life. The sky flashed 2 more figures, and all will be there. Monster Little. The brother wiped out as much as possible, and then quickly shot him from the air. They are rampant Liu Bei and Zhang Fei, who is exposed, are in me. Shocked why the 3 major peach gardens will appear at this time. The old watch decisively begged my cousin to save me, and my salted fish can still be rescued. When I saw Liu Bei, I raised my cousin for rescue without saying anything. He also served him a perfect toner, and soon his cousin was full of blood. I got a handsome face again, and I was happy to fly. Even Busy expressed gratitude to Liu Bei for the solution of Guan Yu. Just now they felt the burning breath of the blood of the emperor so they quickly came to rescue the driver, because their souls were still restricted. List. So I hope I can grow up quickly and fly into a fairy as soon as possible. Help them break the shackles of the list of gods in order not to let the living people leak. I revealed the fact that I was born again as King Qian Yuli. Use fairy to eliminate all the memories of everyone here. Accepted the kneeling eyes of the 3 loved generals, and sent them back to heaven to disappear. After the sky was telling my cousin to go back to Novice Village to continue practicing, I decided to complete the quenching and use of the Jade Seal to return to the Emperor's one. In an instant, all 3 concubines were present, but only did not see Daji's figure. It turned out that Daji went to the inner hall to do some quenches for me. Immediately, I left my eyes on the sweet and sweet body and let her throw. Just used to enter the bedroom quickly. Started the unfinished double. The eye sheath was refined until the refining was completed, and the system tips finally sounded. Happy host successfully acquired a skillful golden eye that can see everything. At this time, a mysterious girl came in. Zhenji's first ant's blood could actually help me quench my ears. I made it, because she is the child of the East China Sea. Blood can make people hear all the subtle sounds in this world, but before. The condition is that the blood taken must not be contaminated, so it can only pass. 2 big sword and guani net bottle to extract the voice just after it fell. I'm not polite to lie in bed and pose sacredly. After all, I was also used to the big scene. The props started. Recognize. I really studied it and then slowly pushed various props into. When I went to the pause, Zhenji became hurt. When I got hacked, it was a click to clean up. I'm really embarrassed. At this time, I can only persuade you. I tried too hard to smell the words and dazzled again and beat the king. You have worked so hard. What the hell are you talking about? The Queen of a Lion. She laid down again and saw that I was busy immediately. After 2.5 hours, I finally collected a full one. The essence of the bottle, and Jinji can't stand the stimulation of paralysis on the bed. After moving, Dajo personally manipulated the knife to pour thick blood into it. My ears felt instantly. My long legs are not fragrant, as if. I'm so physically and mentally in a fairyland. The tricks were successfully practiced to acquire skills, and I am now. The 9 tips are only 2 nasal tips, but this one is already ready to bring. I came to her boudoir slowly from the wet cracks. The cured lover is said to have been cured for a whole week. Its effectiveness has reached the extreme. I initially rejected this. When I slowly approached my nasal cavity, I smelled it and brought it in the rich fruit fragrance. A little bit of sea salt breath instantly made my nose smooth. In the next 1 second, I don't know where the 9 yellow stars started to gather. The sound crispy body instantly turned into a kilowatt light bulb. Immediately after the system. The sound of congratulations to the host Yu Qi for successfully unlocking the Emperor's luck mentioning. Hi, all skill caps and 6, I'm not doing it properly. Hand template? In the future, you can pretend to run your sister. At this moment, I received. After a large-scale event notice of the system, the rewards are all activated. An important material for the rusty little iron sword. So I took it without hesitation. Activity tasks. However, what I did not expect was that this turned out to be a special needle. The conspiracy against me when I killed the 9 headworms, I leaked it. The blood of the Emperor was the wife of Shun Gongbao and the 9 headworms. Princess Halloween set this trap that made me irresistible. Soon 10,000. The Princess of God came to Wan Yogu. In case of accident, she wanted to pretend to be. Ordinary people look like they find out the reincarnation of the king, but they have been looking for a long time. The stunned one got nothing. As soon as the picture turns, I have arrived through the Jade Seal. Shengu. In order to meet the next difficult challenge, I used super energy decisively. Li dialed the phone of the director of the Tiangang Chamber of Commerce, that is, the young apprentice. I bought a lot of powerful props. Soon, a little pig. The odd airdrop is in place, but I didn't expect that the apprentice even gave it away. I have a life-saving equipment. At this time, Luna also came to do the task. I also found her 2 good girlfriends, but I heard. I'm just a casual man who hasn't changed his job. I rejected my request to form a team in one bite, and even the bell, without fun on the other side was. The music is all 24th. I haven't been able to change jobs yet, don't give it later. The team was behind. At this moment, Princess Halloween, who was looking for news everywhere, finally appeared, threatening that she was a 26 level strong control mage. You can. Control boss, to suspect that life can definitely take the handle. But everyone is with. Unexpectedly, after her team request, Princess Halloween went straight to. By my side, it hung on me without a sound. Little brother, have you been to Bibotan? I don't know, I've already passed the golden eye. The ability to see through her true identity. So I immediately shadowed the upper body. Hasn't bitten heard much water there? Are you so watery? Smelly, don't believe me, slap you? Illustration, unknown truth. Luna is busy getting out of the front, and she will see soaring. Fortunately by me. The phone is almost stopped, otherwise it must be small. Jiao wife. And Princess Halloween chose to wrong in order not to reveal his identity. I apologize for forgiveness, but I secretly made a terrible decision. Set. Along the way, Princess Halloween pretended to be very good, using his mage. Identity helps the team lie down all the way to earn experience and get everyone's letter to her. Ren. It wasn't until the team reached the depth of the copy that Princess Halloween revealed. Really, he made a hee-hee smile and immediately released the real housekeeper. The skill, the dark field wrapped everyone in, and it was terrifying. The breath immediately opened, and only one trick was used to kill everyone in an instant. Come alive. In the face of the tight steps of Princess Halloween. In fact, I have already prepared. First, summon the defensive cover of the material energy. Dead pigs are not afraid of boiling water. Let a few. The girl went first to avoid the attack. I'm going to go out alone to deal with Juan. When the father, Luna, wanted to die with me, but was killed. I stopped. Judging from the attack of the Holy Princess, just now you only go out. It will be given in vain. Stay in the protective cover and wait for me to come back. At least it can be guaranteed. Prove your safety. Hearing here, Luna also started crying, swearing in public. As long as I come back alive, I promise to be my real wife. After listening to me, with a smile, you are already there. When he said it, he resolutely directed towards the princess. Walking in great strides. I don't know, this battle between the two beasts has long been targeted by others. I saw me walking in vain and avoiding all attacks, but after playing from the dead corner towards Princess Halloween, Out of stunt technique and shot. After a good fireball, it broke its thick shield. Next, start a lot immediately. Shadowed avatar, carrying out the body of the holy princess for an hour. Output. But everyone knows that I have the highest skill level without changing jobs. There are 4 levels of death, and the result is naturally an operation like a tiger, losing at a glance. The outlets are all 0, and even the male gods who have been hiding in high places can't help laughing. The tale of the fish, but the next second the god of the man was beaten, only because of the Anglican. The Lord was ragged by me in the blink of an eye. This scene not only makes Luna became a nympho, and even her 2 girlfriends seem to have found. After true love, they rushed to give birth to monkeys for me. Turns out I had passed through. I have worked together to make every skill full. So I said, it is no exaggeration to be the strongest mortal, but the holy princess as a top demon. Obviously, it is not so easy to lose. I saw her get up and wiped off her mouth. The ant's blood, and then the whole body began to emit a lot of green and purple. The breath of terror. The next second directly released the ultimate urge to rob the snake. The chrysanthemum banged towards me. Fortunately, Luna responded promptly and took her. The personal artifact escorted the treasure and threw it to me, and I could wear it immediately. Flying freely, escaped the fatal blow of the snake. Unexpectedly, the spell turned out. With its own navigation system, the destination is naturally my little daisy, so still. Before I responded, I tasted the bloom of chrysanthemum. To live. Life, I can only knock a lot of 6-flavored yellow pills to make up for the seriously injured body, while taking advantage of. Snake poison has not spread the limit to mobilize the acceleration ability of God to protect Shu Bao. He rushed towards the princess of Halloween. Then, deliberately, accidentally, locked her and made her 2 pieces of fat, my meat shield. Sure enough, her method. The master snake has no ability to think at all, facing the unmovable act. The abyss giant mouth hidden. With a loud noise, Princess Halloween was. His big move was annihilated, and this crisis finally survived. This broke Luna's excitement, and it was a water washed directly at me. The 2 girlfriends beside me were jealous. However, several people knocked with golden sores. When preparing to return to the state, a burst of applause sounded, and the person who came just now. The gods who have been watching the battle above have chosen to show up. The purpose is also very simple. That is, I am interested in my talent and want to accept me in person. For the younger brother, unexpectedly, the tone just fell, and I suddenly became dizzy and fell to the ground. See, in the same way, Luna can only kneel and ask for help, but I didn't expect to say anything. Amazing he can help solve the toxin in my body, but on the wound. Toxins also need to be dealt with by yourself, and the method of cleaning is a bit special. As a result, 3 women must work together to bring the true atmosphere to their tongues. Keep licking the wound until the toxin is emptied. 1. When I came out, I made the 3 women shy. You know where I was injured? It's chrysanthemum. If they can't help but lick somewhere else, what can I do? What to do? But seeing my life is in danger, and my 2 girlfriends like me very much, coupled with Luna's repeated requirements, they finally reached a consensus. When Luna took a lick, an accident happened. I saw a zodiac. The extreme dragon light suddenly appeared, followed by a rough and outrageous gold hoop. The stick appeared in front of several people. Listen to the narrative. This is what I learned. Turns out I turned out to be the best quality in the double repair. Here, a few women. The child immediately flooded, unstoppable, but fortunately experienced. Na was not stunned, and he slammed forward. I see, 2 good girlfriends too. No more hypocrisy. After all, the chance will be gone later. After a few hours, rescue, I finally regained consciousness and just wanted to escape the claws of the 3 women. Where? I wanted to be pressed back by them again, but I didn't expect them to work hard. Too fiercely, I was stunned by the weak one, but fortunately, the wound has been treated. It's almost the same, so why bother to feed me an antidote? So far, I finally recovered Dog's life. Seeing me reborn, where. In other words, I accepted me as a younger brother and left an exclusive lotus seal printed on my wound bitten by a snake. Tell me to be bullied in the future. If you lose it, you will show this mark. I don't want to face it, but I don't hear it. Same, tear the void in the next second and prepare to leave. But before leaving, specially threw me a unique scroll of Shinjia spells as a meeting ceremony. The second generation of officials took a fancy to the sister flowers of two characters, chicken flowers in front, which completely irritates the brunette and the white girl, this yellow. Mao was not afraid at all, but called out a group of younger brothers. Come, if the two girls are still out, he can't control his little one. The brethren are messing up. It is said that one of the younger brothers, Zi Mao, immediately liked it. Prepare to get started. At this moment, a brick that fell from the sky. When I shot it, I got the box of rice decisively. I was terrified. There was a sniper to cover me. Hee hee. The secret fruit I just learned. However, it was still a bit rusty, and after aiming for a long time, it missed 500,000. Only a small shrimp was knocked off, and it was lost. The unique secret method taught is very powerful, comparable to throwing gold bricks, but unfortunately, it can't be used to blame. See me swaying out, yellow hair. I'm not afraid. I'm still scolding. I'd better stop worrying about fart and smell me. You're welcome. Smashed 1.5 million decisively and gave them a meeting gift. Too little. The brother was moved to cry and runny, but the yellow hair was directly smashed into a double chin. But he also discovered my bricks attack. Each blow requires a lot of cost. With the funds, he decisively ordered his men to launch a siege. I don't know, but behind me, there are several rich girlfriends. For them I use. This amount of money is simply not enough. So my bricks attack is theoretically. There is no upper limit at all. As I swallowed my gold, the enemy's runners began to chase. He was gradually killed, and the equipment on his body burst out scattered. See you, me, I even opened up picking up the broken mode. After all, it was not my money, and this. Some are the money I worked hard to earn. Unexpectedly, I was crazy by my girlfriends. Spit. Tens of millions of husbands. Don't pick it up. Some rubbish, not to mention tens of millions, even hundreds of millions, we would also like. I want to give you flowers. This feeling of being rushed and nurtured by the rich women is really kind. Tired. It wasn't relieved until the boss of the brunette came to thank. Embarrassed me. And after a simple contest between the two sides, the little king and... At first sight, I became a pair of super good friends and decided to form. The team entered the Lanjia temple to explore and investigate the big boss black inside. The mountain demon releases a big move every 30 seconds, and the little king also. I don't understand why I'm so confident that I haven't changed jobs. Acting as a tank for the team to resist the injury, so that everyone can export with confidence. But, since I chose to believe in the little king, I didn't say anything. Called Hell Brother. Bryn, soon the figure of the black demon of Montenegro appeared in everyone's vision. The war in China is on the verge. I saw me taking the lead using brutal collision. Quickly rushed over, using the fixer to lock the old black demon, successfully attracted. Hatred. After that, the mage carried out a remote attack, and all the remaining melee attacks. Behind the old black demon, seeing me carrying the injury in front of me, the blood volume has been. After falling by more than half, I see that I have used a long-lost high-level cure. Surgery. I am myself to know that I want to recover so much blood, at least. Advanced transfers can only be done, which can surprise everyone. More than that, the next second I released group therapy, this spell. Teammates can be instantly restored to 20% blood. Everyone. Confidence in customs clearance has doubled. At this moment, with my near-war withdrawal, the black demon of Montenegro also began to release the big move, and I wanted to use it. The soldiers defended with 4 or 2 pounds, but due to the power of enemy skills. In the amazing way, I was forced to use the mage's life-saving skills to flash. Fortunately, everyone. With my group therapy, I successfully resisted the old black demon. The first wave of major attacks, with the passage of time and constant attacks. After the team carried the sixth wave of the Black Demon of Montenegro, the old demon of Montenegro seemed. I realized that it was not long after I was killed, but I used my whole body to release the group. Physical skills hurt. Fortunately, I reacted quickly, using Mage Skill's magic shield to help. Helped everyone offset most of the injuries, but the blood of the team members is still. See you soon. Seeing the truth, the little king suddenly broke away from the battlefield. And then yes, God raised his middle finger, drank angrily, and listened to the gods and beasts. However, I saw small. The king even used the brunette and white girl to rush out. Stop it, only I am fooled. You are about to export, all go to the theater. Who will blame? Before the words are finished, the gods and beasts will dominate and appear light. It's the pressure of dog barking, so all the girls can't help but cough. Out of ant's blood. However, at this moment, the attention of the listener is in front of you. The little king was attracted by himself, because he is also foolish now. Why can a little fart kid summon himself? But at this time, Wang is actually not easy. He also released the ultimate AoE. Suffered the anti-eating of the warlock. Piggy. Bai Nyo stepped forward, piously kneeling. Ask for help. But at this time, the little king seemed extremely calm. Because everything in front of him is in his calculations. I saw only one McCann. G's Orland's chicken legs suddenly appeared in his hands, and the instantaneous meaning sounded bright. Titanium alloy dog eyes, Haratsi, a few tons of light flowing down, grabbed. After eating the chicken legs, I didn't even let go of my bones. Helped the little king once. At the same time, the Black Demon in Montenegro has become the first. Two-style trick, that's one trick after another, forcing me to drop out of school. The golden bell covers are all used, but I was still beaten with blood. I will see you right away. I can only rely on nibbling some black chicken and white phoenix pills. Back to blood. And the Black Demon in Montenegro would let go of such a good playing opportunity. A large number of people called. Just when I was about to fight back, I saw a hidden holy seal was sacrificed by the meaning, and it was a pass towards the old demon of Montenegro. Smashing, pressing him to rub back and forth on the ground, and eventually he only left a bite of crippled blood. The original summoned listening is in principle impossible to come out. Kill the elite monster of the game by hand, otherwise it will be made by the God of Heaven. Cut, so this bloody black demon must be attacked by a rooster like me. Just kill. It's not polite for everyone to see it, and they have used their strength to drink milk. The sweetheart of the old black demon is a fat beat. I got it after the killing. The legendary equipment Ning Saichen's green hat can be doubled after wearing it. A possible rate and immune to one-time fatal injury, in addition to a large amount of rare materials and gold coins for casting swords. Because we clear this copy, time broke the historical record, and the system also specifically rewarded a super blind box.